Hello, my name is Don Harrington, and I'd like to call this series Political Renaissance. Um, I've heard a lot of complaining and watched all the Facebook posts and Twitters and other crap. And everybody whines about how society is, or how the government is this, and there's this problem and that problem. The one thing I don't see on any of it is practical answers. Now, I'll clarify that I'm independent. I'm not Democrat or Republican. And while I will give you input, I'm not going to give you exact facts. I'll tell you where to go find them and prove it to yourself. Because Americans just don't do their homework, and that's why we're in the spot we're in. The first couple of episodes is going to be called Trimming the Fat. That's where we address government spending that needs to be fixed. Now, the Occupy movement actually had part of the solution. Their weakness was they never bothered creating a plan of action. They had no direction. They just lined up in front of the big money and said, fix it. Well, fine. They did nothing. Okay. The actual solution is, just like with the Million Man March in the 60s or 70s, whatever it was, we need to become unified, address specific wants, regardless of political, religious, or whatever viewpoint, that will help us and fix our economy. In the sections called Trimming the Fat, we'll cover through things. Now, this is the action process that we'll do as we address this is not that much different than Occupy movement, except we will be directly going to our senators and mayors. We organize, we go to our senators, our mayors, our congressmen, and we deliver this repeatedly until the law gets changed. And then we keep adding to it as time goes on. So pretty soon they're getting buried in the vast majority of the community, of every community in America, going, look, this is what we want. We're tired of this. You're wasting our money. You're wasting our time. You're not representing us. You're representing big money. Well, the one issue I have about all of the political crap I see is nobody has a solution. So here's a few potential solutions. We'll start with government. Okay. We have a crap load of officials, both in Washington and on state levels and even township levels, where we're wasting money giving them lifetime paychecks. First off, for their performance, they're way overpaid. Secondly, think about it. Just in the Bush administration, we were driven into the worst financial collapse since the Great Depression. And he's receiving a lifetime paycheck. No, 2-year severance, no matter how good or bad a job you do. And if you can't get a job by the end of the 2-year severance, by the end of the 2 years, well, then you really shouldn't be whining or complaining. Now, they also get lifetime medical beyond anything anyone short of Donald Trump can afford, or some other millionaire. They get their own private doctors and all this. No. The petition should cover they're on Medicaid. Period. You want to see medical reform happen, you want to see economic reform happen, you make it so that they are dependent on a strong economy when they get out of office. If all they get is Medicaid while in office, you'll see medical coverage fixed. If all they get is 2-year severance pay, you will see the economic problems get addressed and fixed. They're not going to keep screwing up the country for their kids to go to private school because Donald Trump wanted this law, or Walmart wanted that law passed, or Disney wanted this thing passed. They're not going to turn around and do that for these groups, because it'll screw up the economy and leave them in a bad spot when their free ride ends. Then they'll be earning their money. Okay. Now, the second element in trimming the fat today that I want to cover is foreign aid. I hear and read all this crap about people on public assistance and welfare. Let me clarify. I'm both an artist and I'm a security officer. I work 48 plus hours a week. I can barely pay my bills. I make a whopping $600 check every two weeks. Why? Minimum wage sucks. There's no enforced industry standard, which there should be, instead of a minimum wage. So my company pays me below industry standard. Industry standard for my job, 15 to 20 an hour starting. Okay, I have experience. I'm very good at my job. Where I work is in an impoverished part of town, so I do deal with chemically altered people that are armed and not exactly in a receptive mood. Do I hate these people? No, but I have to deal with them. And therefore, any day, I can be next. Now, I get paid crap wages to do this. And people, of course, go, well, and welfare, and food stamps, and this. Well, wait a minute. Pay me a decent wage, and I might see your point. Now, I do have some ideas for welfare reform, because it should be an education system, not a financial option. I work. I enjoy working. And most of these people are on psychotropic drugs and other medical crap, because not working and not earning their money causes severe depression. So our government is not doing them any favor, but but the people on the system don't realize this. Okay? So change it to a re-education structure, and we'll be trimming fat in that. I'll address that next time because it's a bit longer and more detailed. So, we end the real welfare. We spend more on foreign aid than we do on Medicaid, food stamps, and welfare combined in this country. Okay? You end foreign aid, we will have money for our senior citizens to get the cost of living increases they deserve. Now, foreign aid does two things. A, it funds dictators, and B, it gives the oil companies an advantage. The oil companies want to bribe these nations, pull it out of their own pocket, and stop funding the oil companies. The average person on public assistance makes not even enough to live. Okay, this hurts our economy. If they don't have money to spend, they don't spend it. Our business owners don't get it. Okay? So, let's attack the real welfare recipients. Corporations and foreign aid. And let's get petitions out to end both. Alright? Also, since all grants are our tax dollars, I am offended by the fact that GE gets millions of dollars in grants every year to develop research, and then they get to patent it. If they get our tax money, our grants, then they need to have it a public patent. Anything invented by public money should belong to the public. Period. Now, that wipes out a lot of patents. Most of the drugs you pay ungodly prices for, giving these drug companies 2,000-3,000% profit. Now, a pill that costs $5 to make, they're charging $50-$60 a pill. Why? They own the patent. Well, if it's a public patent, because it was developed with our tax money, because why should we pay this person extra money for something that we paid to get made. Okay. At the same time, they get their name on it. They get bragging rights. You're going to see a lot less crap with these simple solutions. But we have to go and pester the government offices. Now, easily enough to find me. I'm right on Facebook. Pass my link around. I'm going to be starting a group. I started a group a while ago and then lost momentum. I'll be posting that group, and let's get something organized. We start showing up once a week at the senator's office, at the mayor's office, at the congressman's office, and start telling them, well, A, we're going to make the news, and B, we're going to see real results. It's not going to be, oh, well, maybe I'll think about it. All of a sudden, wait a minute, these people are serious. I'm not going to be in office next time, so I better pass this. Our goals for this one: end the lifetime paycheck. All politicians automatically go on Medicaid or pay for their own medical insurance. Period. No more free rides. End all foreign aid and end corporate aid. The government wants to give away money, give it back to us. We're the ones working. We're the ones doing everything. If we don't show up, if everyone in America stopped going to work tomorrow, the hospitals would be closed down, the police station would be shut down, the hotels, everything. The owners can show up and try to run, but in most cases, the corporation's too big. The owner wouldn't be able to do shit. They would be powerless. It's time for a renaissance. And the difference between a renaissance and a revolution, which a lot of people are talking revolution, is a revolution's violent, and you end up with the exact same situation as what you fought against, only it's a different group of assholes in control. A renaissance involves all the people, and it's an awakening where people realize common sense and apply it. Well, that's all for now. Feel free to blow up my page, tell me what an asshole I am, whatever you like. Looking forward to hearing from you.